Hey everybody, this is Ron with Radiant Technology Solutions. We're doing an SMB Connect video today. We have Amber Defranco with J. Allen Realty in St. Pete. How you doing today, Amber?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you guys do.
I am a local real estate broker associate. Been licensed for 5 years. Been investing for well over a decade. I am a native to Pasco County. Went to every school possible here and went to community college. After that, I went to hair school for Aveda and I practiced hair. I loved it. That's my passion. And unfortunately, my family was killed in a car accident. So I stopped doing hair and stopped having all the same communication and friends and all of that as I did in that life. Started investing, and that became a true passion of mine, is helping other people. Became licensed at 8 months pregnant. I was 8 months pregnant with my daughter because of principle, selling a community, selling 3 duplexes in 2 different counties, and the buying agent was a licensed broker and the investor. He didn't disclose that. So I'm very, very big on principle. And after I found out that he was the one also collecting the commission, I signed up for real estate school, became licensed within 7 days, took my state board, passed, and I had my first closing in 5 weeks. So very, very big on principle. Love representing the truth and the disclosures of real estate and finding out the facts and materials of all of the contracts. So I love really representing the truth in all deals.
Awesome. And you did all that while pregnant. That's an accomplishment.
Yes, motivated. I was determined to never let someone be misguided. If it could happen to me, and I know the business, it could happen to anyone. So I found out that having the highest education was best for me and my clients.
And so you mentioned duplex and triplex. Is that kind of what your specialty is?
Single family residence is definitely my specialty with my clients. I prefer to work with, families or first time home buyers. So that's my specialty. On the investing side, definitely know a lot about that. If I have an investor client, definitely represent them with the best of my ability, as it's something I was very familiar with, but prefer to work with the single family buyers.
Cool. Yeah, there's the home industry real estate industry has been booming lately. It seems like there's new developments going up all over the place, up and down 54. Is there a lot of people moving to the area that you're seeing, or is it just people within the area relocating?
From what I'm reading, it's 1,000 people a day are moving to Florida. I'm not sure how true that is, but there is a lot of growth. The relocation comes from the market being we're at a high. If you're going to sell, it's the time, but you also have to then purchase. So finding a new place, and a lot of people are selling in the Palm Harbor, the Tampa, Seminole Heights areas to move more north to maximize their profit from the sale, buy something in a different area, lower taxes, more house. So they're maximized on the sale and purchasing somewhere a little different. So that's what I'm seeing. A lot of out-of-state buyers are purchasing, and I have a lot of repeat clients that are maximizing on the sale to move more into the Pasco area to get more house.
Yeah, you definitely get more for your money property-wise the further north you go, it seems. We lived in Dunedin for years and had a tiny house, and when it came time to buy something new, there just wasn't the bang for your buck in Pinellas County like anywhere. or if there was, it was
No.
not an area of Pinellas County what we wanted to be in. So
Yeah, the flood insurance and the taxes, it all comes into major effect when you're trying to purchase again, and being misled and going into the new communities feeling as if, oh, purchasing a home and our monthly budget is X, Y, and Z, and you get in and they sign a contract, and then the following year you're misled to think that your property taxes are only going to be on the assessed value of the vacant land. You get your new tax bill and it's $4,000 or $5,000 more. You didn't prepare for that. That's why it's really nice to have the representation, the truth be told you up front, not from a builder when you're purchasing, because they're there to represent just the builder.
yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. And there's so many things that go on in a real estate closing that could potentially go wrong. I hear about them happening all the time. I just had
All day.
a friend that just had one go south on her recently. And it sucks.
Yeah, I've had it happen at the closing table. I've had a personal investment property that I'm selling right now. It was within 18 hours of closing. And I found out that some title work wasn't cleared. So it's hard, so having representation and having someone to walk you through and know how to fully represent you is nice.
Is there anything in particular that when you're going through a closing that you ask people to, be certain that they bring with them, or anything like that, or to make, increase the odds of the closing being more successful?
If you're purchasing, you have something called purchase power. Your lender, and typically we refer you to, if you're going to use your credit union, amazing. I've never had a fall through with a credit union, to be honest. If you have a private mortgage broker, they're even, they're a lot easier to obtain. Like, the communication is easier. They're open later hours, weekends. So if you're working with a private mortgage lender, they're going to communicate a lot of those things to you. If your purchase power is a certain amount and they don't want you spending more, you have to have certain monies to go to the closing table. You have to have, no money, no large sums coming in or out of your bank account. That can really cause a huge issue. And I've had that happen in the past, where if anything 1.5 times your monthly income comes in or out of your bank account, it raises a huge red flag. You have to get all the documentation of why that happened. So even if you've had a previous divorce, getting a divorce decree sometimes raises a lot of emotions. So those things being told up front prior to getting close to closing kind of helps the emotional roller coaster of either purchasing or selling, because a divorce decree says a lot of stuff, i.e. who gets the property, who gets the profit, if there's child support owed or being paid. There's a lot of things that you may not think of in a divorce decree that are very important to a lender. So just those hiccups are really nice to know about, because the lenders are getting extremely strict with purchasing power. They're not giving it as freely since COVID. So just knowing what's going to be required of you as a buyer, as far as, don't spend more money, don't buy furniture, don't buy a car, don't do a lot of things that you shouldn't be doing. You think is a good idea, but it's not. I tell a lot of my buyers, no longer are you going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. You're going to be purchasing a pot of coffee and you're going to be drinking it at home. So I'm pretty strict, because I don't want something so silly to fall through at the end because funds are short or a deposit or a withdrawal was made that shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Yeah, that could just, throw the whole thing off course, and then you have to start over.
Or delayed, and
Yeah.
emotions are very high on both sides, because typically the people selling are also buying. They don't want to be delayed. Those funds from the closing may need to be for the new purchase. So there's a lot of people's emotions on the line that aren't, not just yours. So what's important this closing on the property.
Well, it's definitely a lot of good information. And so you're a mom, you're a realtor, you're an investor, hairdressing. And there's one more thing that I know you do. Do you want to talk about that at all?
I play in epoxy and glitter a lot. I'm a people pleaser. So I love to customize tumblers. It's a great escape for me. And they're gorgeous at the end anyways. So it's a lot of fun. It's rewarding. So customized tumblers, make game boards. Those are fun, especially right now since people have scaled back on going out. You have more family time. So custom game boards are a lot of fun. It's a great investment. And I'm trying to think of all the things I make. There's so many keychains, like, I don't know, sometimes you can use them for self-defense. I don't sell them as such, but keychains, there's personalized jewelry, there's so many gifts, coasters. It's a lot of fun, and they're personal. So a lot of people purchase them for gifts for others or just yourself, but a lot of gifts.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, where's the best place for people to get a hold of you, whether it's for real estate or for your designs?
My personal Facebook page is pretty easy to get a hold of me, and it's Amber Defranco. My business page is also Amber Defranco. I didn't add realtor or broker associate to the end because it's pretty difficult to change if I did want to change it, so I left it the same. I have an Instagram. It's at ddesigns1106. Same thing with TikTok. And I do have a personal group, a private group on Facebook. It's D Designs in Action. And that one you have to request to join.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm in that group.
Yes, you are.
Well, very cool. I sure appreciate you taking the time with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to share. And if you or anyone else needs to reach out, by all means, do so.
Perfect. Well, you have a wonderful day.
Thank you too.